spent most of this week trying to line up some work, hauling on trailers, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Buy a trailer, rent a trailer, pull for someone else like I have been doing. So I just been making a bunch of phone calls and doing more research, I guess, basically looking at different load boards for bulk commodities and just getting signed up for all kinds of stuff, just trying to figure out where to go, what to do. And I found some stuff I can do with the step deck, but step deck stuff is just, I mean, at least in our area, there is, you got to bounce a long ways to find something to get loaded, and you're not really coming back home if you want to get paid for it. I ended up, one of the phone calls I made ended up leading to finding out there's a kid. He's actually not too much older than my oldest. He does dispatching and he does trailer rentals. He's only 8 miles, 10 miles. He's probably about 10 miles from the house. And so I gave him a call. We did some talking on Wednesday. And we came to an agreement, so I'm just going to end up renting a trailer from him for now, which I told him to. I'd probably end up buying one eventually, but for what he wants for rent, it isn't even worth buying one, pretty much ever. So we're just going to rent a trailer from him, and then he charges 5% for dispatching. So we're just going to have him dispatch us and rent the trailer from him and all that stuff. So we're on his way to his place right now. We're gonna go pick out a trailer and do some paperwork agreements and contracts or something. I don't know. So I've never done anything with a dispatcher before, so I'm not really sure what there is for paperwork, if there even is any. It might be just paperwork for the trailer rental. But we're about a mile away, so we'll find out here real soon. That runs both tag axles or just one? This one, the front axle and the rear axle both lift. I don't see nothing happening. Where's the diagram? Shows there's 20 pounds of air. That dirt there, hey, look up there, there's a second box. So it's got two separate boxes. And the switch over here that I thought was possibly for is for the lights underneath, which we won't need. So this will be different. Everything looks good, tires look good. I got one light out though. I wonder if he's got any spare lights. I'll have to go ask him. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. I'm not sure what the duct tape's for though. That's always a good sign, I guess. I'll text him and see if he's got a marker light. And then we'll check it out more once we get home and get in the shop, and then we'll get the truck to the truck wash. And it sounds like it might go load today. He's supposed to let me know around noon. He said I might have to run over to Fort Dodge and get loaded. If not, we'll load first thing Monday morning. Sounds like we're got a whole bunch of laps to do down in Kansas. So So we'll go to Fort Dodge, get loaded with DDG, it sounds like, and then head down to Kansas. Who is this? Spam. So much spam phone calls. So we'll go to Fort Dodge, grab DDG, take that down to Kansas, and then it's salt going from Hutchinson to, I can't remember the name of town, it's just outside of Topeka. So we'll just do laps all week, and then we'll take salt from Hutchinson back up to either Sioux City or Sioux Falls. So that's the plan as of now. He said that the routes get changed a lot, so we'll be out Monday through Friday next week the way it looks. So we're gonna start doing some over-the-road hopper stuff, which is kind of ironic because I posted the last video yesterday, and that was one of the first comments on there that someone would like to see me start doing some over-the-road hopper stuff. And I kind of laughed because it's like, it's already in the works, bud. It's already in the works. So, well, let's get this thing home and ask him about a marker light, and we'll talk to you here in a little while. Another spam phone call. Hopefully let me know if I can go to Fort Dodge and get loaded. I literally unhooked the trailer, pulled up to the house. I was going to let the dogs out before I go wash the truck. And he calls and he says he's got a different load for me and I need to head out and go get loaded right away. So we're heading over by Humboldt. We're going to go get loaded with some DDGs. And we're not heading to Kansas. Now we're heading to Walsh, Colorado, to a feedlot, it looks like. And it's kind of nice having a dispatcher, but in a sense I'm kind of frustrated already because this week we kind of got everything all lined up on Wednesday. And since Wednesday, he's told me about 3 different places. Actually, no, this is the 4th. Well, he told me 3 different places I was going to go. And I'm going to try to come. So now this is technically the 4th. And granted, yeah, it's nice. I'm not dealing with it. But at the same time, it's nice to be able to make a plan. Well, I'm assuming we're going to go up here to the guard shack and sign it, visitors and deliveries, and see what they tell us and where we're going. Alright, there's the guard shack. Well, yeah, right there. He said to do a U-turn, come down this road here. There's some yellow bins that are supposed to be back there. That's where we're gonna go. And he said the guys back there will take care of us. Seems easy enough. Must be the yellow bins. I guess we'll find out when we get back there. Well, the guy in here is not very helpful. He waved me in, so I pulled into the bay, and then he went back and there's an office up there. I suppose you can see down in the trailer. He waved me in. I sat here for a few minutes and nothing was going on, and I heard there's a guy over here loading the rail cars. I could hear him opening and closing the lids. So I got out and I asked him, I'm like, am I supposed to go up in the office, or I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? And he just said, no, you just need to pull it forward a little bit. So apparently he was just waiting on me to pull right up to the door, which I was probably like 2 feet from the door, but now I'm like almost touching the door. I pulled ahead a little bit, and then all of a sudden I seen the dust flying, so we're getting loaded now, but I guess he could have said something. Sat here for probably 2-3 minutes like a dipshit. But he's probably thinking the same thing. But I have no idea. I've never been here, man. I don't know how your policy or your process or whatever works, so some info would be nice. The guy up in the guard shack just said there'd be a guy down here and tell me what to do. So. There was not. But I can see dust flying, so I'm assuming they're loading us, and I'm guessing maybe the door just opens, and then when it opens I can pull out. I have no idea. But the guy down here is not very helpful at all. So we'll probably get yelled at or something. Because I'm supposed to just magically know. But that's what I'm going to go with. We're just going to assume that the door is going to open and then I just pull out. And if I pull out and it makes a big mess, well, I'm going to assume I wasn't supposed to pull out then. Well, this is fun. I'm going to get that pulled over the top of the pile. Alright, I got the back pulled over. I got the front up on top of the rail, so hey, that's a lot of work yanking on the thing. Oh. Now it doesn't want to fall over the edge. Oh, there we go. Oh, it came down. Oh, well, that was fun. They made a mess of everything. I'm glad I didn't wash it right away. Now we'll wash it when we get back. So we're clean for Monday going to Colorado. Oh, 31 degrees. At least it's warming up. Alright, let's go scale out and see if he got me. He should have me at 79,500 pounds, supposedly. So we'll find out. So I'm assuming we just go back into the guard shack. And we must not scale out. They must just have the scale in with the DDG, but we'll go find out. Alright. It's looks like we did pretty good. Them two trucks are getting turned around over there. You see them back there? Should be able to. I just checked out. And he's like, "Oh, it's a good thing you got here when you did, because we are all out." He goes, "We're sending everyone home till Monday." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yep, you got the last of it." So he said, "Have a good weekend." And I'm like, "Sweet." My luck never works out like that. I'm usually the guy sitting over there getting pissed off because he's probably got to get turned around and head out of here. So, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out of here. We're heading for home, and then we're gonna go have supper with some friends, and then I'm gonna work on some tires tomorrow. Or yeah, let's see, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I gotta go get some tire bars, and I'm gonna flip-flop the steer tires on the rims, and then check air pressures and all that stuff. So, and then we'll be on the road all next week, heading out Sunday afternoon, it looks like. So I gotta show you my camera mount. It's got clamps and the adjustable shafts. Every time I grab this, someone gets giggly.
I mean, what comes to your guys' mind when you see it?
Someone has a dirty past that I don't know about. Sunday now, we're gonna start working our way down to Colorado. We're gonna run through Alton. We're at the truck wash here. We're just gonna spray it down a little bit. Not gonna get too carried away. There's a bunch of salt on the road and stuff yet, but I just kind of want to get some of the salt on the truck back off the truck. So we got the tires rotated on the rims, greased the front end, went through and checked all the air pressures and whatnot. So now we're gonna wash everything off and hit the road. Looks better for now anyway. Probably won't be very clean once we get about 30-40 miles down the interstate, but we'll see. It's only 16 degrees, so it'll have a nice freeze dry. This place doesn't have automatic doors, so you gotta be nice and close the doors in the wintertime so it doesn't freeze up on the guy. And the wind is shooting through here like a tunnel. I gotta leave that one open. I gotta get out. So we'll close this one first. Brr. Button on the outside, or we gotta? Oh, there's one on the outside. Looks like we got through it though before the sensor tripped it out. I'm hoping to make it about 20 miles from my delivery in Walsh. It's a feedlot that we're going to. I don't know if I said that already or not. We're going to a feedlot in Walsh, Colorado. It looks like it's pretty big. And 20 miles or so before that, there's I can't remember what highway it is. I'll have to look again. There's a highway that goes right through. 160. There's 2 truck stops, little small mom and pop truck stops that just have gravel lots. So I'm assuming we'll be pretty safe on stopping at them 2, or one of them 2. It's not on the interstate, so I highly doubt they're gonna be full. And on the satellite, there wasn't even one truck sitting at either one, so I don't think they're very popular for overnight parking. So that's our goal. Not really sure what town that's even in, but that's my goal, I guess, is try and get down there. So that's about 9 hours from here. put us there at 11:30 our time, 10:30 their time. I got quite the late start with the whole running around with the trailer crap this morning. Getting the inspection tag and whatnot that was missing. And the registration's missing, so he's got to get me one of those tomorrow and email it to me. So hopefully he gets that sent to me right away in the morning. But for now, we're going to get on the 2-lane and cruise. So we stopped to top off of fuel before we get out of Iowa. That black Hyundai there with the dealer temp tag, whatever you want to call it, in the back window. He just had a bad day. They just bought that, and I was walking out of the store, and he was dumping antifreeze in the washer, windshield washer fluid tank. I just asked him as I was walking out, I'm like, is your vehicle overheating? He's like, yeah, it's running a little hot. And I'm like, that's your washer fluid tank. Because with this lid flipped up, well, it flipped sideways, I could see the windshield washer wiper logo. And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, so the logo's right there. And he closes it, he's like, oh. Well, he had dumped about a half a gallon in there. He goes, is that gonna hurt anything? I was like, no. I said, but I would not do the washer fluid thing until you're home and parked. And I said, just run it until it runs out and put fresh in and maybe flush it a couple times. I said, because your wiper's gonna be, or your windshield's gonna be real streaky if you put that on your windshield. So he had to run in and get more apparently, because I seen him go back in the store and he was topping it off again. So I think he put it in the right one now. But he's got antifreeze in his washer tank. Parking in Oberlin, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Oberlin, Kansas. We are 3 hours, 45 minutes from our drop in Colorado. We're gonna call it a night here. I can drop as early as 7. The latest he just said that was midday. So I'm not sure if that's, noon or 3 o'clock or. Everyone's midday seems to be different when I get answers from people, so I'm gonna try and get there closer to the 7 o'clock. Honestly, I'm probably they're in mountain time, so it's actually gonna benefit me for the time change. So 8 o'clock our time is obviously gonna be 7 o'clock their time, but so I'll probably get there 8 or 9 central time. And then I'm not sure if I got a reload or not. I'm supposed to get oats, come just back onto the Kansas side of the state lines and get oats going back over, can't remember the name of the town, it's over by St. Joe, and then start jumping around with salt and stuff like that. I got a load of salt going up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then I gotta jump over onto the Minnesota side and grab beans. Those go down to Alta, Iowa, which is right by us. There's the new bean cracking plant, whatever that is. I'm not really sure what they really do. They crack beans. And then I'll unload beans there, reload with bean hulls. And then those go to Columbus, Nebraska. And then from Columbus, Nebraska, I unload, reload, and head somewhere to Oklahoma. And then it sounds like then I'll get a load of salt or something coming back up to Sioux City, Sioux Falls. So it seems like the plan keeps changing. The oats for tomorrow is up in the air. We can't get an answer. It's Sunday today, so go figure. I guess the last 2 Mondays the place has been closed when the guy that I have dispatching me now, he's dispatched 2 loads of oats, picking up on Monday, delivering at 7 o'clock Tuesday morning. And the guys can't get loaded because they're not open on Monday for the last 2 Mondays. So whether that has something to do with holidays we have no idea. Last Monday wouldn't have been a holiday. So tomorrow morning I'll find out if I'm getting oats, and if not, I guess I bounce all the way from Walsh, Colorado over to Hutchinson, Kansas. So not ideal, but yeah, with the sounds of it, they're questioning whether or not they're open on Monday. So if they're not open, I don't have time to not bounce over to Hutchinson, basically. So yeah, now tomorrow is going to be kind of a crapshoot, so we'll see. But so yeah, we're going to be doing over the road hopper. I know a couple. I've had a couple comments about that, so that's what we're going to be doing for at least this week. We'll kind of see how things go. It's going to be a week by week basis on this. It doesn't pay as good as what the dedicated stuff that we've been doing, which is all local, and I'm home every night too. So it might pay better. I mean, everything changes every week from what I've been watching. So mileage wise, if you want to break stuff down by the miles, I think this will pay a little less per mile than what we were getting doing local stuff, but you're also getting a premium because it is a local short run. So, but let's see. Yeah, I got the tires rotated like I wanted to. I went through and checked everything like I talked about, all the air pressures and greased and everything. So the truck should be good to roll for a while. Obviously we still check everything, but should be good. I can actually tell in the steering, rotating the tires on the rims, it drives nicer. It used to always have a slight pull to the left, and now it's pretty much straight. You can let go and it kind of has a slow drift to the right, which is probably just the crown of the road. So hopefully the tires start wearing better. If I can't get any more life out of them, I'll have to get new ones, but I was hoping to get some more miles out of them. So I got fajitas warming up in the truck, and it's cold. It's actually 18 degrees. So it's 9 degrees warmer than it is at home, but it was actually colder. Midday today, it was colder here than it was at home. It's kind of crazy. I've never driven south and got colder air and found snow. So there is some snow in the ditches down here, but not a whole lot. Nothing here in the parking lots or in town, but you can kind of see once in a while where the snow drifted along a tree line or a fence line or whatever, anything that kind of caught it. So there is a little bit of snow down here yet, but I haven't seen piles of snow, so I'm not where they had all the bad weather last week. So that's probably gonna end this video. The next video we'll be unloading in Walsh, Colorado, and then we'll find out whether we get oats. Nice. No tail lights. Oh, maybe there. I don't know what's going on there. There was no tail lights when it went by. It was the U-Haul pulling the car with no lights. So I don't know, maybe I was looking at the lights on the U-Haul. Anyway, squirrel. So yeah, we'll find out whether we get oats or not, and how our whole route is going to be. Wednesday it changed. Well, Wednesday was my original route that he told me about. Thursday it changed. Friday it changed, and now today's Sunday. So it sounds like it's changing again, because I was going to just do circles in Kansas, and now it sounds like I'll be running up north to Sioux Falls, which is fine. That'll put me close to home, so it might give me a chance to stay home. And then Alta's only 35 miles from the house, so midweek I might get a chance to stay at home. We'll find out, but as far as I know, my route ends in Oklahoma, and he was going to try and find some salt coming back up north, so we'll see how it plays out. Well, you guys be safe, and we'll see you in the next one.